on. See, I'm under pressure. I'm Jim Maria, guest interviewer for Macabre Mansion. We're here at a MagicCon in Birmingham, Alabama.
Macabre Mansion?
Macabre Mansion.
All right,
It's the cousin to Crazy Cabin.
Enunciation is really the key to these things.
It is.
Particularly when you have a difficult phrase like Macabre Mansion.
Macabre.
Well, you can't. No, you don't say macabre.
Macabre.
That's what's so hard about it.
Macabre.
Okay, speaking of pronouncing, let's say this. Bonita, what? Say that.
Friedericy.
Friedericy, there you go. See, I'll screw it up.
As in fried and greasy. Do you have a pen?
Bonita Friedericy rhymes with fried and
greasy. I used to teach middle school, so that's so the kids would know how to pronounce.
This was easy. John Billingsley. See, but this is the this is the easy
Bonita
one.
Friedericy.
Yeah.
Ignore where it says $20. We can't be had for $20 unless you get any idea.
Could be had for $20.
Yeah, it's $40. $20 for the John, $20 for the Billingsley.
It's true. I offered earlier.
What?
It does?
It's like 20 cents.
Well, work's been tough.
It is 20
You've been to Hollywood lately?
Give me the pencil. You didn't do that right. Did you do that right? He has trouble writing.
The dollar sign goes on the left side.
It's time to ask a
Oh,
question.
he's right. He's being European.
Not in Europe.
He's putting the fence on the wrong side.
Right, I'm looking for 20 euros. That's what I'm looking
He's
for.
right. You put the $20.
There you go. Yeah, it goes on that side, like that.
We'll teach you. It goes on the dollar sign. The dollar sign goes this side.
Homeschoolers, pay attention.
I don't like the way this interview is. People are tuning out right, left, and center. Let's have a question.
I told you wouldn't like it.
Well, so far there's no question. We're 5 minutes into the interview, not a single question.
First question: which side of the number does the dollar sign?
Okay, here's the first question. I hear that Gil Gerard has a detachable penis. Is that true?
That is true.
That is true.
Okay.
We just all heard about
I have
that.
to, otherwise it gives me back pain.
On that note,
Speechless.
He actually may have one in 3 different sizes.
It's like a
depending on his
Lego.
mood
It
that
breaks
day.
off. There's you can have. In fact, he's got a tri-colored penis.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
it's about the
blue
size
at
of
the
a Lego.
base and red in the middle and yellow at the tip.
yeah.
Yeah.
And about the size of a Lego, too. So,
It's really
it's-
frightening that he knows it that well.
You know. I followed your career from. Slide that hairy-chested picture over here, would you?
It's the porn
Let's take
photo.
a look at this.
They all thought I would
Look at
like
this.
this picture. Look at
Yeah.
the one who wants this picture,
Yeah.
by the way. I'm going to buy it for 20 cents because my husband doesn't.
Gil Gerard has been selling my picture, which I find outrageous.
Only the top half.
Look at that. Look at that. Is that? Now, I'll just keep that for another, my own delectation later on.
Yeah.
I'll get that back to you tomorrow, Gil.
Okay.
Those are for those nights away from home on the
Maybe
set.
a little wrinkled, but
Hey, it's been nice.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll see you later.
Yeah, all right.
Just, you know,
all right.
On that
see you
note,
in LA.
Bye, baby. I love you.
we've run one off already.
All right. Next question.
All right. Let's talk something.
Make it a
Serious,
Gil
no, I'm
Gerard-centric question.
Yeah, I know. I'm serious.
Okay,
now.
something that y'all have in common: Star Trek.
Yes.
Y'all both did Star Trek. Let's for the Star Trek fans, how'd you get involved with Star Trek, and what kind of effect did it have on your career? Now that there are a lot of nutty Trekkies out there.
Let's see. I got involved in Star Trek when I auditioned for Enterprise in the year 2000, and after assiduously courting the producers, they hired me. Did not sleep with them. It was purely, you know.
He wanted to.
Oh, well, sure. Who didn't want to? Have you met Rick and Brandon? Oh my God.
Well, obviously, I did sleep with someone who was on the show, and then I ended up on the show.
Yeah.
yeah.
Scott Bakula.
Ixnay on the Xnay.
Yeah,
He's sitting right
Scott
here,
Bakula.
Screwed that up again.
No, in all seriousness, it was a wonderful opportunity, a great show, 4 years. I'm sorry it didn't go 7, but I had a blast doing it.
He was very excited when he knew that he was going to be on the show. He and Dominic Keating were sitting next to each other at a coffee shop, and they both whipped out their little cell phones and called people. Dominic, I have no idea who he called. He may have been faking for all we know.
He called his mother back in England.
Oh, did he really?
It was very sweet, yeah. Very sweet.
See, and we were about to make fun of him.
I know, I'm so
Well,
sorry.
wait a second. No, his mother was dead, actually.
Oh, okay, in that
No,
case.
she hadn't died.
She hadn't died yet.
No. She hadn't died. She did, and I hadn't died yet either.
That
although-
news might have been the... coup de grace.
But John did call me, and he was doing like a little like woohoo dance on the other end of the phone.
We're rich.
All right, let's talk about Chuck real quick.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
Let's talk
Chuck.
about Chuck.
He's
Okay.
a great guy.
Chuck, very cool show. And I remember, I think after the first season, wasn't sure if it was going to come back.
I'm sorry,
Is
my
that right?
husband is still looking at the picture of Gil Gerard. This is what did you do to my husband, Gil? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore the man looking at the picture of the other man. Now I'm sort of. He has a lot of hair.
Oh, wait a second.
He does. He does. Oh, hey! Now that's a whole
I
different
had
story.
that backwards.
That's a whole different story.
Okay,
I
so Chuck,
understand.
yeah,
You
yes.
feel.
Yes.
Okay, back to Chuck.
Back to Chuck. Talk about Chuck.
Okay, so after the first season, weren't sure if it's coming back, right?
Well, that was
it
the
a-
writer's strike, so we only had 13 episodes, and actually it got picked up relatively quickly. It did quite well its first season. So yeah, but only 13 episodes because of the writer's strike. Got picked up for a second season. Things got a little rocky there. And towards the end of that season, we still did not know that we were going to get picked up. And it was, in fact, the fans who saved that show by doing the Subway Sandwich campaign. And Zachary Levi, who is Chuck, actually was at a convention in London. And there is footage on YouTube of him leading hundreds of fans to a Subway shop.
And
close
robbing
to
it.
the
And
convention.
actually robbing the Subway
Yeah.
shop, which
No,
you
sweetheart.
wouldn't think would be
Sweetheart,
an inducement
he made
to.
sandwiches for the fans, but he didn't rob the shop. You would have robbed the shop.
I would have, yes.
If he has a
would've.
picture of Gil, well, I think Zach is just like
Dreamy.
super fab.
Oh, that's all we hear around the house. Zach this, and oh, Zach had the funniest thing to say on the set today.
did.
Oh, Zach inadvertently dropped his pants in the middle of a scene today.
No, honey, that was you again on True Blood. You keep confusing yourself with all these other people.
We should talk about how General Beckman has greater visibility on Chuck,
Like
which
she's
should be
X-ray
called
vision.
Beckman.
Is that with greater visibility? She can see through the
Greater-
people's clothes.
That's what's missing on that show. If General Beckman had X-ray vision, I'm writing a letter. Dear producers,
Do a Subway
So
campaign.
you see
It worked.
her
Do
looking
a
at
Subway
Yvonne
campaign.
Strahovski, and you see her just looking through her clothes.
Oh, Yvonne
There have
Strahovski.
been a little chick moments between. I don't know if people caught the moment where General Beckman invites Agent Sarah to go on her special airplane trip with her.
Yeah.
They could talk on the plane.
There's a whole lesbian. For those of you who aren't watching Chuck, there is a lot of lesbian subtext. If that's an
just
inducement,
between well, no, actually there are more.
there's a lot
There's
more.
some spy on spy chick
There's
dressing.
a lot of
happening.
spy on. Yeah.
There is, yes.
There's a lot of girls fighting in their lingerie. That happens a
The
lot
girls
on
are
that show.
always fighting in their lingerie and have their
I know.
little knives in their lingerie. Not Beckman.
And that's not a bad thing.
There was a
No.
famous towel fight,
Yeah.
It was a shower fight between
and they
Nicole
were
Richie and
wearing towels. Because most people shower in towels, I guess. I don't know. It's a theory. And how those towels? I have tried to have a fight in a towel. My towel won't stay on.
Well, we all know why that is.
Yeah, that's
mister.
true.
You don't
That's
know how
true.
to tie it properly, but that's just.
Now, that isn't where I thought you were going with that.
I know. We all know.
Yes,
So then, see, I keep the thread here. I keep the thread.
the thread, baby.
Somebody's
So,
got to.
Season 3 of Chuck. It's always me. It's the woman. Season 3 of Chuck, we had 13. We were picked up for 13. Then we got an extra 6. Then we didn't know. Now we know that we are going to go for at least another 13 for season 4.
And are we going to see more of you than besides just being on a TV screen?
If you mean you're going to see below the desk, which people have many questions, do I even wear pants or a
Yes.
skirt? Well, I've been up and about a lot more. I think I've participated a bit more
A little bit.
this season. It's more,
Let's
out
do a
and about.
Subway campaign for that too.
I don't know. I keep thinking, do you really want to see more of a middle-aged general? But
More Beckman, more Beckman. We adopted a stray cat and named her Beckman. There's some interesting Beckman news.
Nice. Little trivia.
Yes.
we named her Beckman because at the time she was living sort of wild in a laundry room, and we couldn't tell if she was a boy or a girl, which sort of Beckman has that kind of ambiguity. And also, when you petted her, she was really nice. When you walked away, she'd go, "Meh."
So is that what she does when you walk away from her after
Well,
petting
that's
her?
what
Just, meh?
not what Bonnie does. What Beckman does. Bonnie is not her character.
You know that,
You
don't
know that, don't you? That
Yes.
that we are.
Oh, hi, yes. Thank you. Feel
We are. What are you getting?
Anytime.
Are you getting? What happened?
But you know,
got
as
it.
you know,
did.
see,
Yeah, that
as but see, we know as actors, you have to draw from something you know. So I'm thinking maybe that meh is
No, I
something
draw-
she's familiar with.
I draw from the middle school teaching for
Okay.
the whole general thing.
Perfect, perfect.
Just think a classroom of boys bouncing off the ceiling. And me.
And you.
Bonnie is kind and warm and gentle as a refreshing spring rain.
Yeah, right.
On that note, you mentioned
Yes.
nudity and True Blood.
Oh,
Nudity. We
yeah.
like
Let's
to
go
say
back over
nudity
here.
because
Nudity
it's in the
and
name.
True
I got
Blood.
to sign a nudity waiver, which I never thought anybody would ever ask me to sign, which I framed. It's in our bathroom.
I had you sign a nudity waiver when I married you.
That's a whole different. You are never allowed to be nude in our marriage. That's an anti-nudity waiver. I'm talking about we want you
I
to
don't
be
want you.
naked.
No, you had a pro-nudity waiver.
And so how did that conversation go?
The producers call you anytime you're going to be asked to do something that is revelatory. Let's say you have to sign a waiver, and I said, "Sure, I'll sign a waiver." I was flattered, little suspecting that I was going to be naked for the entire season. I did all sorts of horrible things.
Honey, what did you do today when you come home at like
Yes,
4 in
yes.
the morning?
Well, I took a woman from behind today, honey, and let's
Nice.
see, I rubbed chocolate cake on a woman's breast today, and
Oh, really?
True Blood.
It's
yes.
a tough job.
Well, actually, it is because one, you're naked and it's cold, and it's long hours, and they also, in this particular season, we were all sort of taken over by something akin to a demoness, and so when we were taken over, our eyes turned black. So we all had to wear black contact lenses. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't tell this woman's breasts from her face most of the time.
That was the excuse you used anyway.
that was her particular. Never mind.
No, no, your eyes are right. That's your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I was actually.
I'm not buying it
I
from
was,
either of you.
No. It was not.
Just trying to help.
It was not fun.
Yeah, I
It was
thought
not
John
fun.
came home and said I had to smear chocolate cake on this woman. Could not stand it. No big deal. People, after the episode aired, are walking up with a lot of cake there. It's like,
No, not true.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell one story along those similar lines, though. There was a pilot I was doing for a show that didn't get picked up called The World According to Barnes, and I played a sleazy private eye, and I necked quite passionately with a very beautiful woman, and the scene, for various reasons, it kept screwing up. Wasn't my fault. It wasn't like I was forgetting my lines accidentally. Nothing to do with that. But anyway, we kept having to shoot this scene over and over again, and one guy, a grip, the guys who do all the physical grunt work on the set, this poor grip, because the desk was lopsided, his job was to hold the desk up. So here I'm necking across the desk with this woman, and this grip, whose back is breaking, looks up at me and said, "I hate actors." I had to agree with him. I said, I'm sorry. What can I say? If
Are
you
you
had
buying
your
that
life
one?
to do over again, you wouldn't be a grip, would you?
no, I'm not buying,
Not buying that one
any
either.
of it.
Okay, it didn't work.
I gave that poor girl razor burn, though. That's what she said, "Ow, your beard is giving me razor burn."
See, do I ever say
I
that
said,
to you?
"Well,
No.
your tongue is making my cheeks hurt. So how about that?" Okay, I made that up. I made that up.
He gets all happy whenever he gets a script and he sees he's gonna have like a little action.
Yeah, like it
in the
happens
first-
all that often.
Well, yeah, but when it does,
Yeah.
you get all rosy cheeked and all like, woo.
Yeah.
All right, well, to sort of wrap it up, why don't you tell us what's coming up new for you? Still more Chuck?
Did you say nude? What's coming up?
What's coming up
Nude.
nude for you, Bonnie?
Either way, take that whichever direction you want.
There's a man with a crossbow walking by.
And that's something you don't see every day.
You don't.
Stay on top. Stay on point.
On topic.
Stay on topic. Stay on topic. Stay on topic.
Chuck.
More Chuck.
Actually, is more Chuck. And am I doing anything else right now? I'm just doing a reading of a play.
Just a reading of a play. What play? A new play or?
Yeah, it's a new play a friend of mine wrote that she asked me if I would work on it, and I'm very pleased to do so.
Excellent.
And I just had a movie come out that I'm no longer in. That was exciting. They replaced me with Andy McDowell.
then
And
she
didn't
got-
tell me.
Yeah, and then she got bad reviews. Andy McDowell did.
Okay, wait. How did they replace you? You and Andy McDowell are
came
like
out
two
bad.
completely different types.
That's what I
What
said.
we said.
Okay.
Our suspicion is that sometimes what they do is they make a movie for X dollars, and then they fish around after they have some footage to show to see if they can get any more money. And the guy says, sure, I'll give you a little bit more money, but I need more namey people in it. So they recast certain roles and shoot more.
Perfect.
So that's one theory.
Perfect.
It's kind of playing the writer-director's evil mother, too.
Yeah.
Sort of like, okay, all right then.
And I'm not really doing much of anything except taking this picture of Gil Gerard home with me to Los Angeles and locking myself in the bathroom for the better part of the rest of the summer.
It's gonna be steamy.
Oh,
It's gonna
Gil.
be steamy.
Gil.
Wow, I guess I'm going to have a really fun summer.
Well, you have to use the upstairs bathroom.
I prefer to anyway.
Yeah. Do I have any work lined up? Do I have any prospects?
just
Any
shot
career
something.
prospects? I shot an indie film called Saronia.
You just shot
Saronia.
something.
I shot something. You were gone for a week. Yeah.
Well, no, I was
Yeah.
throwing him a surprise party for his birthday, which was just yesterday.
Oh,
he was-
happy birthday to you.
Thank
He
you.
was supposed to be out of town for a week, and it's like surprise party, piece of cake when the person's not there. But then he got
Well,
home
they
early.
shot all my stuff in 2 days and sent me home. What can I say?
So I was having to sneak around and hide all. It was a big party too. It's like
So anyway, this movie called Saronia, if it ever comes out, and after that, this is sort of hiatus right now for actors. So we all kind of get back to the salt mines come July. So until I get back to the salt mines, I'm just gonna.
you're reading for The Hobbit.
I'm reading for The Hobbit. But,
Are you reading for the
Yeah.
Hobbit?
Doesn't mean I'm gonna get it, but I'm reading for it.
Not
Very
The
cool.
Hobbit, but
Yeah, not
and
The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Also, who knows about season 4 of True Blood? It's coming back.
Stay tuned, Possible.
That's possible.
We should go
Sorry, that's
because
what
we
do.
have a.
That was our for this what we do.
What'd you say? What'd you do?
Oh, es punta pibla.
That's a little inside joke we have. It's so inside, even I don't understand it. On that note of levity, we should go
The
because
next time
we
you
have
guys ever interview us, we're going to be going, ugh.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And watch for the new stuff. We'll see you.
And watch for, and this is again this is for Macabre.
Macabre. Bleh.
Macabre what? Macabre Mansion? Macabre Manor?
Macabre Mansion.
Macabre.
Macabre.
Macabre Mansion.
Scary. Bye.
Bye. All right, we have the boogie, my darling.